My name is Elena Hargrove, and at 31, I believed the word sister was tattooed on my bones. I grew up on the 14th floor of a Salford Tower block where the lift smelled of chips and despair, and Mum's NHS night shifts left us with a fridge that hummed louder than our conversations. I was the one who learned to stretch a fiver into 3 meals, who forged Mum's signature on school trip forms, who walked my little brother Tom to primary in shoes 2 sizes too big because the charity shop had run out. When I landed a junior marketing role in Shoreditch in 2019, I swore I'd drag the whole family into the light. Tom was my first rescue. He lost his warehouse job in the spring of 2022, Brexit backlog, then the cost of living spike, then the firm folded. He was 27, heartbroken, and sleeping on a mate's sofa in Bootle. I wired the deposit on a 2-up, 2-down Anfield terrace the same week. Red brick, pocket-sized roof deck, view of the cop on match days. $200 a month every month straight from my bonus pot. I paid $6,500 for the City and Guilds barista course plus the battered white Citroen van he rebranded Bean there. Done that. I kitted the living room with a $2,800 Scandi gray sofa from Made.com, a solid oak dining table that seated 6, and the neon coffee sign he begged for. $400 pinged across every 31st for electricity, council tax, and the odd round at the Sandon after Liverpool wins. 4 years, $48,000. I counted it once on a spreadsheet titled Family First and felt proud. I skipped Glastonbury 3 years running, swapped Pilates for YouTube yoga in my pants, and learned to love Tesco own-brand gin. Tom sent voice notes. "You're a legend, Len. One day I'll pay you back with interest and a round-the-world ticket." His fiancée, Freya, called me sis in every Instagram caption. I believed them, then came the wedding. August 2025, a 19th-century manor in the Peak District. Limestone walls, wildflower meadows, fairy-light barns. Tom FaceTimed me from the driveway, Freya waving a ring the size of a Werther's original. I whooped so loud my neighbor banged the wall. I transferred $3,500 for the deposit before the call ended. I designed save the dates on Canva, watercolor peonies, gold foil script. I planned the hen, glamping yurts in the lakes, bottomless Bellinis, a private chef who did truffle mac and cheese. I bought a sage green silk dress from an Other Stories and practiced my speech in the mirror until I cried. 5 days before the hen, Freya started a new WhatsApp group, Hargrove Honeymoon Squad. 23 members. My name wasn't one. A private message slid in at 22:14. "Hey Len, we're keeping the hen super cozy. Just the girls who've held us when we were broken. You get it, don't you? Work's mad for you anyway. Big love." I read it on the Northern Line, standing room only. Phone pressed to my chest so strangers wouldn't see my face fold. At home, I opened Instagram. Freya's story. Ants in flower crowns clinking Prosecco in a meadow at golden hour. Caption in looping calligraphy. Cherishing our rock-solid crew on this magical day. Swipe, swipe, swipe. Not one frame with the sister who'd paid the Meadows booking fee. I sat on my Shoreditch balcony until the canal went black. Silk dress still in its tissue paper. Hen itinerary printed and hole-punched. The betrayal tasted like rust. I canceled the chef, refunded the yurts, let the peonies wilt in their courier box. I blocked the group chat and slept with the lights on. The 1st of September brought the rent reminder. "Len, landlord's doing my head in. Can you sort this month? For the honeymoon fund too?" I stared until the words blurred. Then I typed, "I only bankroll people who put me in the wedding photos. Send. Block. Log into Monzo. Delete the standing order. Watch the little green padlock snap shut." The fallout was operatic. Freya posted a tear-streaked reel. "When family turns their back the week of your wedding." 87K views. A Hargrove heartbreak trended in the Northwest. Strangers slid into my DMs. Selfish cow. "Hope you choke on your London rent." Tom rang from a new number. "You're ruining my life." "Elena, the venue wants full payment tomorrow." I let it ring out. 10 days later, a process server caught me outside Pret on Curtin Road, Liverpool County Court. Claim, breach of implied familial contract and emotional dependency. They wanted $12,000 for distress and honeymoon cancellation fees, plus a court order forcing future payments until Tom's business stabilized. Exhibit A. A string of my own texts. Anything for you, little bro. Always I didn't sleep for 3 nights. I kept replaying Mum's voice. Blood's thicker than water, Elena. I almost caved. Then I called Priya, the only other northerner on my creative team. Over flat whites in Brick Lane, she slid a business card across the table. Rhea Kapoor, family law barrister, Manchester-born, London-trained, zero tolerance for weaponized guilt. Rhea's chambers overlooked the Thames, all oak panels and quiet fury. I arrived with a USB stick the size of a coffin, 4 years of bank CSV files, PayPal receipts timestamped or 3:14 a.m., Venmo notes reading Tom Rent, Love You X. I had the hen itinerary, the Meadow invoice with my name as payer, the WhatsApp screenshot, and a 42-page timeline in Notion titled Operation Anchor. Rhea scanned it once, then again with a red pen. They've mistaken generosity for servitude. We're counterclaiming for harassment, defamation, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Discovery was medieval. Tom's solicitor subpoenaed my work Slack, alleging I'd used company time for personal transfers. My boss printed logs showing I'd taken unpaid leave to drive to Liverpool when Tom's van broke down outside Wigan. Freya produced a tearful witness statement from Aunt Susan, claiming I'd once bragged I owned Tom's life. Rhea played the court a voice note recovered from my iCloud. Me sobbing in a Travelodge car park after Tom forgot my 30th birthday because he was at a craft coffee fair. Aunt Susan's lip trembled. The judge's pen paused. Their nuclear option arrived on a rainy Thursday, a safeguarding referral to adult social care. 2 police community support officers and a social worker knocked at 2147. Miss Hargrove, we've received reports of self-isolation, financial paranoia, and possible mental health deterioration. I ushered them in. My flat was immaculate. Peonies now thriving in a vintage jug. Therapy appointment card pinned beside a framed photo of me at Glastonbury 2019, solo, grinning, covered in glitter. The social worker closed her file in 9 minutes flat. The hearing was set for a gray November morning in Liverpool Civil and Family Court. I wore the sage green dress, dry-cleaned, hemmed armor. Tom and Freya sat opposite in matching navy suits, eyes red from crying or hay fever, hard to tell. Their barrister painted me as a control freak who'd weaponized money. Rhea countered with a projector screen. Every transfer, every thank you voice note, every Instagram story where Freya tagged "Our Blessed Bices." The judge, a woman with a scouse lilt and zero patience, asked Tom one question. Mr. Hargrove, did you ever sign a contract agreeing to repay these sums? Tom mumbled, "It was family. Answer the question." No. Case dismissed. Counterclaim upheld. Tom and Freya ordered to pay my $9,800 legal costs and post a full retraction on all platforms within 48 hours. Freya's apology video, filmed in their Anfield kitchen, wedding album still in the background, racked up 1.4 million views. Comments off. I unblocked Tom exactly once the night before their rescheduled registry office due. A single text. Wishing you both a lifetime of love and Wi-Fi that actually works. Then I deleted the thread and bought a one-way megabus to Edinburgh. That December I joined Northern Power, Women, a mentorship circle for lasses who'd clawed their way south. I booked solo tickets to the Fringe, front row for a queer comedy about toxic siblings. I restarted Pilates, studio overlooking the canal, sunrise slots. And every month, on the day the old rent used to leave my account, I transfer $200 into a starling pot labeled Elena's Empire. Interest rate, whatever I damn well decide. Population, 1.